Hello, I am Pratik Jain, Assistant Professor from IPS College Indore. My topic is Data Abstraction and Encapsulation. The content of my topic is Introduction to Abstraction, Example of Abstraction, Introduction to Encapsulation, Example of Encapsulation. Introduction of Abstraction. Abstraction refers to the act of representing essential features without including the background details or explanation. Classes uses the concept of abstraction and are defined as a list of abstract attributes such as size, weight, and cost. They encapsulate all the essential properties of the object that are to be created. The attributes are sometimes called data members because they hold information. Since the classes use the concept of data abstraction, they are known as abstract data types. Example of data abstraction. The example of data abstraction is pure virtual function. The member function of the base classes is the really used for doing any operation. Such functions are called as do-nothing functions, dummy functions, or pure virtual functions. Normally, pure virtual functions are defined with null body. This is so because derived classes should be able to override them. Any normal function cannot be declared as pure function. After declaration, the class becomes abstract class. It cannot be used to declare any object. Any attempt to declare object will result in error, cannot create instance of abstract class. Another example of data abstraction is if we are watching any website, we can see all the pages. For example, if we are using facebook.com, www.facebook.com, we will get the interface of the whole page, but we cannot see the coding of that Facebook page. It is a simple example of data abstraction. In this, we are getting what we want to see, but the coding part is not essential for the user, so it is hidden with the user. Again, if we go for any other website, for example, we will go on www.onlinesbi.com, and if we do transaction, it will just do transaction without without knowing anything what is going in the background. For example, if we pay anything to anyone, there is a processing going on round, but there is no such explanation what is going in that process. So this is the example of data abstraction. Declaration of pure virtual function. Virtual keyword void return type display function equal to 0. This is the declaration of pure virtual function. In the above declaration, the function display is pure virtual function. The assignment operator is not used to assign 0 to this function. This is to understand this, that here equal to is not using its real value meaning of assignment operator. If we know that single equal to is assignment operator, double equal to is comparative operator, but here if we are using equal to 0, it is not an assignment operator which is giving value 0 to display function. It is just to instruct the compiler that the function is pure virtual function and it will not have a definition. Pure virtual function is not having any definition, any type of definition, either in a base class or in a derived class. It is just a dummy function. So the class containing the pure virtual function become the abstract data type or abstract class. Introduction of encapsulation. The wrapping up of data and function into a single unit is known as encapsulation. Data encapsulation is the most striking feature of class. The data is not accessible to the outside world, and only those functions which are wrapped in the class can access it. This function provides the interface between the objects, data, and the program. This insulation of the data from direct access by the program is called as data hiding. So the encapsulation is the basic difference between the procedural oriented programming and the object oriented programming. We know that in procedural oriented programming or in C we use structure. Now in C++ we are using class, and class is the advanced version of structure in which we can provide security, or we can provide security to our data member with the help of access specifier. If it is public, it can be accessed anywhere. If it is protected, it can be accessed to the base class, and if it is private, it can be only restricted to its class member or data member or member functions only. Example of encapsulation. Creating a class is a simple example of encapsulation. Class, class name. Class name can be anything. XYZ, ABC, Pratik, Ramesh, Puneet, Computer Science, IIT, anything. Bracket, private, colon. This shows that access specifier is private, so that the member function can be only used within the scope of the class. The scope of the class is up to the semicolon, which we are seeing on the bottom of this slide. Variable declaration. Int ABC or anything else is a variable declaration. Function declaration. We can declare functions with the help of closing bracket and opening bracket. Public declaration. Variable declaration and function declaration. In public declaration, variable members can be accessed outside the class also. And also function, if it is for, if we are declaring function as a public, we can also access function from the outside of the class. The class declaration is similar to the struct declaration. The keyword class specifies that what follows is an abstract data of type class name. The body of the class is enclosed within the braces and terminated by a semicolon. The class body contains the declaration of variables and functions. They are usually grouped under two sections, namely private and public. They are also known as visibility labels. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you will understand the concept of class encapsulation and data abstraction.